So, so I was just listening to my last video that I recorded just to see if the audio was good, right? Man, I'm stupid, man. Sometimes now, well, I guess now I know why people don't like me, man, because I be saying some off the wall, reckless things. And you know what's so crazy? There's some video footage of me from way back in the days when we first got video cameras when we were recording me and Legend, right? And we was saying some wild stuff back then, man. Me and Legend was looking at the footage. We was like, yo, we crazy. I didn't know how crazy we were. We were younger, but we were wild. So now I be saying some off the wall stuff, but it's more like in a calmer tone, more of a, grown, sophisticated voice. So, but it's still crazy when I listen back just to see if the audio is good in the video. It's still crazy. Oh, but I can't stop being me. So I wanted to record another video this morning because there was still something that was on my mind, right? And you know, there's a lot of situations that have happened in my time that have caused me to gain an understanding of things, right? Or grasp a certain concept or view things or people in a certain way. And I'm gonna tell you a little story, right? Here's why I don't trust men and women alike. I mean, I don't trust men or male figures, especially ones that get close to you, and female figures. I don't trust them. I'll deal with them because that's that's who we have to deal with on this earth. But I don't trust them. Like, and even like if I let somebody inside of my inner circle, it might be for a short period of time, and then they gotta go because I don't trust. And then there might be something that you do when you're inside my circle that I see. I'm like, yeah. My original thoughts were right. Like, don't trust this person, don't trust that person, and get away from them. And I'll leave. I'll leave the situation. So I'm gonna tell you a little story. Sorry. So I was working at a job, right? And while I was working at this job, I was doing my thing, and I was getting like a lot of I was getting the right eyes upon me, right? So my bosses were looking at me like, yo, he's legit, he's legit. And I remember I was developing my own style. So mind you, like when I started in this workplace, I never I never worked in this type of environment before. So I had to develop my own unique way of working to be successful. So I was developing my own style, right? And to develop your own style, you have to develop something that's inside of you to bring it out. It just come out of nowhere. You have to work at it. Unless you've seen somebody else do something and you copy them. But I'm not the type of person that will copy anybody. I mind my business. So I started to develop my own style by trial and error, like testing things out. Like, I'm working, and so maybe I might be a little bit louder. I might just act a little more surprised, be a little bit more happy, or whatever. You know what I mean? Or I might just do something that's wild and crazy to see if I get a response. So I was doing a lot of different things, and then I developed my own style of working. So I was doing good, right? And I'm expecting to be moved up. You know what I mean? Like moved up in position, get raises and things of that nature. So I'm working at this location. It's over in, I'll say where the location is in Hempstead, right? This is like this is like 20 years ago, something like that, right? This is a long time ago, right? And I'm working with children, right? So I'll give you a little that's a little hint, right? So now a new individual gets hired. It's a female gets hired at the job, comes in, blah 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 blah, right? Starts working, whatever. So now I see as I'm working, I see the female sitting like on the stage area and watching me work with like the youth, you know what I'm saying, working with the children. And just sitting a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, also smiling, commenting, oh, I like what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. And the female was legit watching me to steal my style of working. 100%. Take my whole style of working, man. Like my whole swag, because I had such an aura and such a movement going, and people and everybody was following me. God, I had like this unique. Excuse me. I had like this unique way of working. Well, I would get these kids to move and do stuff. So then, a couple weeks would go by, and then next I started to see come into work, and I would start to see this female doing my moves, doing the stuff that I was doing. I'm like legit, like ripping me off, copying me. So I'm like, yo, that's just wow. That's wild. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, why you can't develop your own way? And it goes to show you like how people will steal anything that's great and good. Doesn't matter if it's male or female. So she's stealing my way. So then now a couple of months go by, and I'm still doing me, you know what I'm saying? Just, reinventing myself, just keep going. And then this female gets a raise. It gets like bumped up a position over me. And I was there first, and she stole my style of working. So I go to, my boss at the time, like, yo, why you gonna like move her up and not me? Like, that's not right. I've been here, like, I'm always like, outspoken about myself, you know what I'm saying? And I speak up for myself. And then like, I think the conversation went to the direction of like, oh, like she has like this, like, I think it was educational based. I think like because of her education, like her education was further than mine, like maybe degrees or something like that, she got moved up, something like that. I was like, yo, she stole my whole style of working. Like, that's me out there. And then so it got pushed off into something else, like another realm. And it wasn't put off like, oh, because of like the skill set. So I was tight though. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact that she wouldn't even got that position if she ain't still my style of work. You know what I'm saying? Degree or whatever, education or not. If you can't work, if you can't do the job, you ain't gonna move up. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I go to tell, now there's this dude that, I was cool with. I go tell him like, yo, man, just what happened, blah, 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 blah. So I'm telling him everything. Right? I'm tight, I'm lit. Like, I'm venting to him. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust men or women, y'all. Trust me. So this dude, listen, man. Been to his house, know his moms. You know what I'm saying? Broke bread with him. You know what I'm saying? Brought my twin brother over to his crib. You know what I'm saying? My cousin over to his crib. Like, we did work together. Like, I'm thinking we cool. So, as I'm venting to him at the workplace, but then I start venting to him offline. So back then it was AOL and it was AIM, America. You know what I'm saying? America Online. Like, it's the best. So I start texting to do like after work, like, can you believe this shit? Like, blah blah blah. And I'm dissing Shorty. I'm like, yo, Shorty ugly. Like, I was wild back then. So I'm saying all sorts of wild shit, but I'm just talking to him like offline. We're not at work or nothing. I'm saying I was dissing her. I ain't gonna front. I was tight though, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like Shorty, man. And here's her crazy. She tried to add me as a friend on Facebook some years back. Man, I was like, get the fuck out of here. I don't like nothing about you. So I will never add you as a friend. So I think I canceled that shit quick. So anyway, so then I get to work this was on the weekend. I get to work the next Monday. I get called into the office, and then like the boss calls me in. I'm saying it was a female boss. She calls me in, and then the chick is sitting there. The chick that, you know what I'm saying? I you know what I'm saying. So then they start asking me these random questions like, "Oh, was you saying this?" Blah, blah. I was like, "Nah, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not even thinking. Like, how would they even know? Like, I was saying anything." They asked me questions like, "Did you say this about this and say this about her?" Blah 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 blah. I was like, "Well, no, no, no." And then they fucking pull out a piece of paper and it's a printout of the America Online, the AIM chat between me and dude. Come on, my nigga. Come on, son. That's the type of shit that'll get a nigga, you know what I'm saying, popped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do no shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, and I've never told this story. So now I gotta sit there in this meeting and now say like, yeah, I said it, blah 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 blah. You gotta think about like how that made me feel. They lucky I didn't flip out on them in that meeting. They lucky like I had like a cool, calm, and collective demeanor about myself because some people would have you put people in a corner like that, they'll flip out like they'll go ape shit. But I didn't. I held my composure. I was like, you know what? Yeah. I said it. You know, and so that was a whole back and forth thing. I was like, first of all, I was like, I said it, but you should even have that information. How do you get that information? Come to find out, she was at dude's house. So I didn't know dude was fucking her. So dude, you know what I'm saying, he fucking her or whatever. I mean, I don't care about that. I'm like, first of all, I think the nigga gross for doing that. And then, and then second of all, he gives her or lets her see the screen of what's happening and lets her fucking print out everything and bring it into work to confront me. And so whatever. So I'm like, I said it, but you know what I'm saying? This is off hours. It's off hours. And on top of that, I wasn't talking to her. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a conversation back and forth between me and her. It was a conversation between me and him. You know what I mean? So whatever. So we left that meeting like, I guess okay terms after like we talked it out or whatever. But I never forgot that situation. And from that day, I never trusted. I don't trust the soul, man. I don't trust women and I don't trust males. There's always some sneaky shit going on behind the scenes that you might not even know about. And for that dude to fucking do that to me, I never forgot that shit, dude. I never forgave him for that. I've even dealt with him after that. But I always have this chip on my shoulder when I look at this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, I used to be a wild boy, man. But by that time, when I was working at that job, I had toned down a lot. I wasn't as much in the hood as I was before. So by me toning down and understanding there's a bigger purpose in life and a lot of like, you know, I'm dealing with the youth. I'm trying to help people. I didn't go back into that street mode. I didn't go there. Even when I was thinking about going back into the street, I was like, because if I go into the street mode at that point in time, I'd have been in jail for a long time, man. Because how you do that to, you know what I'm saying, your fellow, you know what I'm saying, compadre on this earth, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do that to no other dude, man, over some female. So I was set up, man. I was set up. And I was set up by the person who, you know what I'm saying, I had trusted. That's why I don't trust dudes, man. I don't trust people. So this is just a story to let you guys and girls know, man. Don't trust nobody, man. Don't trust no male. Don't trust no female. Only person you can trust is yourself, dude. Even today, when I'm walking in the streets or I'm at work, I'll laugh. I'll be cool with people. You know what I'm saying, but I don't trust people, man. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna throw you under the bus and sell you out before they sell themselves out. They're gonna try to survive. They're gonna try to survive. Any way you look at it, they're surviving for themselves. They're not surviving for you. Like, that's facts, dude. There's nobody on this earth that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, just die. You know what I'm saying? Throw themselves under the bus or just take. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to win. They're gonna try to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? It's F you. I got a lot of stories, man. Like that fall like under this category. But it's your boy Old Fire Dynasty. I'm out.